Now, Doss, I have a question for you.
Okay.
This kind of had me thinking. Um, we were talking about, we like fashion and it's fun. And you, when you were in high school, like you said, you were dealing with the same thing. You wanted to fit in and be cool, and everyone wants to be accepted and whatnot. You're now in a position where you've made a whole decent amount of money. And my question to you is, what do you like? Do you splurge on anything? Because I always see you like being super smart with your money, and I'm like, damn it, why doesn't he have like a McLaren right now? He could buy 20 of them, but instead he built the Daily Dropout. Like, I would have bought the McLarens. I would not have the Daily Dropout.
Well, yeah, I've seen your watch. I know.
How do you like? Do you not care about how other people view you, and I got to be the coolest guy with the coolest car and the coolest this? Like, what is your thing that you kind of indulge in, or maybe your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, because like
one.
I buy clothes because it's therapeutic for me. So like, what do you spend money on stuff that is therapeutic for you?
Yeah, so I mean, not really until like the last couple of months. So like pretty much the last 7 or 8 years, I haven't spent money on jack shit unless I've been, reinvesting it back into myself. Like the only times like in the last like 7 or 8 years since I've been on YouTube, I've only bought, like nice camera equipment or, anything that's going to help advance what I'm doing, or, put money into starting new YouTube channels, stuff like that. The first thing that I bought was, and this isn't even like a big thing, would be just like my truck. And then after that, I bought my first house, which I just sold. I had it for 3 years. And it was just, it was a nice house for sure. But we were going to remodel it, and in the middle of the remodeling process, I'm like, it's going to cost this much to do this, and that. I was like, let's build a new one. So I'm living in a new house now that me and my wife built over the past year, and we absolutely love it. And then I recently bought another house to run all my other businesses out of. So if I splurge on anything, it's houses, but it's not really considered splurging because it's more like investment. It's always going to go up in value. It's technically smart spending, granted that we don't have another economic crisis. But that always goes back up. But if you're talking about like stupid, just like splurging, like buying stuff, the only thing that I would say is recently when I built my man cave, this is where I'm doing the podcast. The podcast is called The Man Cave. It is actually a detached RV garage. So it's like a whole separate house from my house. And inside of it, right now I have 20 framed autographed jerseys, and then I have 12 more on the way. So I'll have 2 layers going all the way around the man cave of all my favorite NFL and NBA players' autographs.
That's cool.
But I mean, that's what I would say what I've splurged on. But also, in like 20 years, these are all probably be worth 2-3 times more in value.
So everything you do is just right. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, because I'm over here thinking, even that splurge is not. I wouldn't even call that a splurge because it's stuff that makes you genuinely happy. It's like, it's stuff for your eyes. It's not like you're showing off. Look at this signature and this one. You're doing it simply to feed yourself and your own soul, and not try to impress somebody else. Here's a question I have. All those 7 years that you didn't splurge, that you didn't buy the newest Lamborghini, whatever, do you even regret, like, oh man, I wonder what it would have been like had I bought the sports car? Like, do you think back, oh, maybe I should have done that? Is that ever crossed your mind?
Absolutely not. Not even close.
Wow.
If anything, I'm waiting until I have, like, I mean, to buy a Lamborghini, that's like 250 grand, right? Mm-hmm. That's my dream car, by the way. I plan on having a Lamborghini one day. But to spend that much money on a car, I'm gonna need at least, I don't know, probably 5-10 million in the bank before I do that.
Ooh.
You're just super responsible and smart. Is what I've
Well,
come to
also,
the conclusion.
he's got some age on us, so maybe we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. To
We're
me,
working on
it's
it.
like I like having security, so I like being able to know, like, okay, based off what I have right now, I can last this long, right? So until I can live like a absolutely amazing life and not have to make another dollar, until then, and I have 250 grand on top of it, that's when I'll buy a Lamborghini.
Jeez.
Wow. Because I don't know if I'd have the self
Because
discipline.
I don't. I'm over here like, bro, I could, get it. I don't know. A catastrophe could happen tomorrow, and I can't take all this stuff to the grave. So why not just do it now?
Right? That's
that
another-
happens. That's why I think. So.
That's another stance. Is hey, I can't take with me to the grave.
Why not? Like, I don't know.
No, that's
But-
definitely a good way to look at it. But also, you got to prepare yourself as well. Because if, like, for instance, right now with coronavirus, right? If you're not prepared, if you don't have enough money to last, the next couple of years, like, say that people stop spending money on advertisements because the economy is starting to go down the drain. You got to have enough, at least to keep your channels going. If you're not making any money at all, you got to prepare for the worst. So I don't know, maybe I'm like one of those crazy preppers that you see on TV where I'm like, get to the what do they call that thing in the ground?
Get to the bunker.
Yeah, get to the bunker.